Hey there, I'm Juni, this is Astrea, and welcome back. Today we are going to do a new run with Hevelius, the Ancient Warden. So Hevelius is a Guardian, and Hevelius is focused on playing with Sentinels. So Hevelius starts with Lacertian Scepter. At the start of the run, gain 2 random sentinels. You only have 2 hearts. At the end of your turn, apply 1 auto turret to all sentinels. So right out the gate, we've been assigned the Autonomous Beacon and the Lunar Refractor. Here are their dice. So we have the Choose a Die face, and we have the Convert and Manipulate from the sentinels so far. We can still change our sentinels and get new ones, level them up. We'll start out with a Star Blessing and see what we can get into. We have a Hevelius specific Star Blessing, Energy Absorber. If Sentinels are broken 3 times in a single turn, gain Incorruptible. Pretty cool. And do Purification X amount of times to gain Boost, or 8 times. And when an enemy gets overcorrupted, refresh your virtues. Could be decent. This is pretty interesting. I'm going to take this and we'll try to make a run where we break our sentinels and use that to our advantage. Alright, let's take a look at our dice. So, we have Sentinel Radiant Bomb. Apply 12 Radiant Bomb to a Sentinel. When Sentinels with Radiant Bomb are broken, all targets receive X Purification, and that goes right along with what we're trying to do. So we're going to pick that up. If we look at Hevelius's regular die, we have Rearms, which allow you to roll a Sentinel's die and make it usable again. And then also Repair, which will repair a broken Sentinel. And that's what we're going to be primarily focused on, especially with using these bombs and the new passive that we just picked up from the Star Blessing. Nothing too exciting here. This Vorpal Plate is really cool. When corruption is received from others, corruption source receives X Purification. I think the Vorpal Plate effect is quite strong, and something that we'll pick up. Alright, going into our first fight, we have the classic starting battle. Let's see how we do. So for Hevelius's virtues, we can put Light Shield on every turn. We have a Corrupt virtue, which we have to use, same as a Corrupt die. We have reroll up to 3, deal 3 to an enemy, and then another instance of Rearm, so we can reroll our Sentinel's die. And not too much of an exciting hand. Let's go ahead and corrupt ourselves. And get things underway. Go right on down to the rearm. And we can get a Choose a Die face, possibly. Almost, but we did get 2 Purification, always nice. I'm going to use a little bit on myself, so we can handle the damage that's going to come in from the enemies this turn. The auto turret is going to get buffed up every turn from our initial Star Blessing. Alright, we can get some Vorpal Plate. You could get the bomb put onto one of our Sentinels. We're going to try and go for that. And we did get it. Fantastic. So I'm going to put bomb onto Autonomous Beacon. Use up their die. Then, when we use our Corrupt virtue, we will win the fight. Bomb goes off, puts 12 Purification on all targets, including the enemy, and we win. Pretty cool stuff. We have laceration or assertion beam. Deal 4 purification to an enemy X times, where X is the amount of different links sentinels have. This is a great effect for when you're building up sentinels and trying to keep them alive. Deal 2 purification to an enemy for each light shield you have, because we can put some light shield on every turn. Pretty much guaranteed. And then there's some other die faces that you can get that will give you lots of light shield all in one go. I'm gonna skip these. This is a really cool one that lets you put auto turret onto your sentinels. When you destroy your sentinels, though, they will lose any buffs that are placed on them. So I'm not gonna go for that. I do like this boomerang repair. Repair a broken sentinel, and then the die is returned to the draw pool instead of being discarded. So we'll have more of a chance of being able to repair our sentinels, and that'll be pretty strong for the type of deck that we're going for. Rebound wouldn't be too bad too. We could get more ways to put bomb onto our sentinels. Balanced or risky? I think we're gonna go for some balanced die. Try to get some effects for destroying sentinels. And we got one here. Break a sentinel. If you do, deal 3 purification to a random enemy for each purification on that sentinel corruption meter. And then also Restoration Burst. Fully fill a sentinel corruption meter with purification. Deal 1 to all enemies for each purification received. There are ways to buff the meter, so instead of them having a max of 3, other than just leveling them up, there is an effect that Hevelius can get on his dice faces that will increase their meter to higher numbers. So we'll take the unstable scrapping. And some things I haven't seen before. Vial repair. Repair a broken sentinel. If you do, apply 6 radiant bomb to that sentinel. Ooh, that is fantastic. I also have engine assault. Deal X purification to any target, where X is the level of sentinels summoned multiplied by 1. Really cool. I like this a lot. And protection negates X debuffs. Alright, we're going to take Vial Repair, get more repairs into the deck, and this instantly resets the bomb. Alright, let's see how things go that we're getting a little bit further into the destruction setup. We can destroy our sentinel, and we'll do 2 purification per purification I have, so we can do 6 damage with this currently. Don't have a way to re-roll. Just planning out the turn here, I'm thinking that we can take 1 corruption, take 3. Our enemy's going to do 0 this turn. They do have agony, so they will get doom and start to do more and more damage. We can re-roll the starter die to get a repair, and then go for the balanced unstable scrapping. Try to repair and kind of go from there. Yeah, let's try it out. We'll see how it goes. And while we're at it, we'll try to get a better roll here. Sweet, so we did get the repair. That's excellent. Now when you repair a sentinel, it'll also re-roll their die when it puts them back to being alive. We can go ahead and use our sentinel's die. I think we'll just stay at this corruption. Destroy a sentinel. Does 6 damage. Repair that sentinel. And even though we already played the die, it still gets re-rolled when they get brought back to life. And we don't really need to use the light shield. It won't do anything this turn. This energy absorber, I don't know how we're going to be able to actively use that, at least currently. Alright. So we can do 3, 4, not a lot just yet. But there are a lot of options of things that we can do soon. Alright, try to reroll for the Radiant Bomb, so we can just go ahead and win right here. Let's... Actually, we could try... not really a lot of good options here, unfortunately. Well, let's just go through it. Looking at things a little incorrectly there. But we're off to a great start. What do we have here? Negative field. Whenever you receive corruption, redirect it to a random sentinel until the end of enemy's turn. Very interesting. So that way we can cause our sentinels to get destroyed through the enemies. Could be pretty good, actually. You know, let's give it a go, try it out. Another... Sorry, this is voltaic scrapping. So the scrap is the outside icon, and then the inside is the modified version of it. What it looks like. So we'll gain 4 charged body whenever light shield or barrier is applied to you or a sentinel. Random target receives X purification, then decreases charged body by 1. I think this is a pretty strong effect. Would be nice if we were going heavily into the light shield, but we do need some more scrapping. Let's go ahead and give it a go. We're filling up the die pool pretty quick, but we will have some ways to get rid of dice later on. We'll probably be using the destroy die to get rid of quite a few things. Now, one nice thing with Hevelius is since you start out with 2 sentinels, you don't necessarily need to go for the sentinel shops, which I've found to be really good in the other runs that I've done. So we'll take a look at some more dice, see what we can get. Nothing really interesting here for me. Oops. We do have some regular purifies, which the safe purify dice is a little bit better. But we already have a lot of dice that we want to get out of the dice pool. Let's see. I think I want to get rid of the Vorpal Plate. Wasn't really sure if we'd get a lot of mechanics to go along with the destruction and repair of sentinels. And also getting rid of the even minor purifies would be nice. And we'll just skip here. Some decent damage on punch. And heal bot would be nice if sentinels were staying alive. We'd get some purification at the end of each round. Drawing is also nice, but we'll just go ahead and skip again. Alright, so we're opting for the Forge. And here, we don't have enough to get one of the nice faces, and then also destroy. These faces are really nice, but I'm gonna go ahead and just destroy that one dice that we took earlier. And then we could get duplicate instead and get more Radiant Bomb. That way we have a little bit more damage trying to use the strategy that we're going for on this run. I haven't tried this type of strategy with Hevelius, with each character. The first playthrough, I'm just trying to get them to level 1 or level 2 and get familiar with them. And I've done all of those without recording so far. And subsequent playthroughs, I just try to pick one strat and go for it, see what we can make of it. So right out the gate, we could do some repair and acquire Radiant Bomb. We'll go ahead and try to do this. Also gives us another roll. Got 2 free damage out of that. And be off to the races. So we got Light Shield on both of the enemies, that way the AoE doesn't fill up their overcorruption meter. We did not hit the Radiant Bomb, but we can try to hit that again. Got really good rolls on our Sentinels, and we have a lot of options for repairs. Oh please, so close. So let's start doing some damage. We're gonna get 5 damage from this, and also a big heal. Really, really strong turn here. I'm gonna go ahead and take the 3. Actually, can use this as well to try to get the... what is this face? Rearm. Don't need to convert, so we'll just keep going here. And unfortunately, this is a dead roll. Put Light Shield on myself so I don't lose a heart. All right. So, getting a convert would be good. Doing some rerolls would be good. Let's start here. Didn't land on a conversion. We will destroy this guy. Get them back. Try to get conversion. Didn't get it. But we do have 3 extra damage that's going to go out when we apply Light Shield. So we can apply that to ourselves. Then let's see here. We're actually okay to just use the corruptions on our Sentinels. This is pretty much fine. We don't want to hit the 3, so I'm not going to reroll their die. And it lands on the 4 again. We could use corruption on them and just heal them a little bit and keep our Sentinels alive. That way we'll do extra damage through auto turret at the beginning of our next turn, kind of counteract that. But we do have our repair coming up that we could draw into 2 ways. So we'll just keep them at a lower HP. And we win just through our virtues alone. Don't need anything else. Very nice. Alright, so this is the effect, Sentinel Augmented Welding, which will increase their max HP, if you will. Really cool. We have Systematic Repair. Repair all broken Sentinels. If you do, draw 2 dice for each repaired Sentinel. Really, really strong effect. We're going to go ahead and take that. And nothing that we're interested right here. We don't want to improve HP. Buffs are kind of worthless. And the Vorpal Plate we already got rid of earlier. Alright, we have Damping Dynamo, specific to Hevelius. Whenever you play a light or a safe die, apply 1 light shield to a random target. Currently we have 3 safe die, so we would be able to get some light shield every now and then. Every 2 hex die you play could be useful for certain fights, but we're not really generating hex die. Whenever you or a sentinel deal corruption to an enemy, you receive 3 purification. because we have corruption built into our virtues, this might actually be useful. I kind of like both of these options. One light shield on a random target could be a little meh once we get into fights where we have 6 total targets against certain bosses. Take the Malicious Orb here. Alright, I think I want to start getting rid of more dice so that we can really focus in on dice that are about destroying and rebuilding our sentinels. So it's time to get rid of some minor purifies. I don't want to get rid of everything. I'm more interested in the minor shields because we do have some play with light shield being applied. But I also want to get the dice pool a little bit lower so we're drawing into the things that we want a bit more often. There's a great option to duplicate here instead of going for risky dice. And then for the duplication, you could try to go for more Radiant Bomb, a lot more repairs. I think we're looking pretty decent on repairs. More Radiant Bomb might just be the ticket. We have a lot of scrapping, a lot of repairs. Alright, so let's destroy. We'll take away one of the starters. Duplicate. Another option here too is now that we have the effect for the safe die, we could boost up one of those, or duplicate one of those. But I think try for the Radiant Bomb again. Gives us a really good amount of that in the deck. Going to sacrifice for a blessing. And we have the application of Light Shield when you play a safe die. Every 5 turns, gain Incorruptible. Could be pretty decent. So far I haven't really been enticed by this blessing. Just, it happens too infrequently, and sometimes when you have it happen, you'd actually want to put corruption on yourself for certain virtues. So we'll get some free light shield applied. It'll also help out with the charge. What is it called? Charged body that we can apply to ourselves. And basically give us more free damage. Out of the Act 1 bosses, or Tainted Reef bosses, I do think that this one is pretty easy. We got Radiant Bomb right out the gate with repairs. And we get to choose a die face. Really, really strong start. This gets decreased by 1 each time. That might be a good die face to switch to. The alternative option would be another repair. However, we have our Boomerang repair. Yeah, I think we're gonna go this route here. And destroy them right away. Take 12 damage out the gate. We get another die roll. And then, unfortunately, this is worthless to us this turn. Can't do 2. And 3, 2, 1, 1 versus 3, 2, and a lot of 1s. But the converts are less useful, so I do just want to redo their die. And hey, we get a free damage out of it. I think we'll have our corruption go down 2, and putting on the light shield did a little bit more damage from charged body. So not a bad first turn. All right. So we can do a conversion here. I would like to get the Radiant Bomb. And we can also try to roll for the shield, which would be quite nice. Hey, so I opted to reroll theirs to hope for the precision face, and we got it. Go for that 12 Radiant Bomb. Don't need the convert. It's for us to convert, so I will take away their service for this round. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Bring them back to life. And we'll protect ourselves from the damage that boss will dish out. Alright, another really strong turn for us. We get the systematic repair. Unfortunately, we have a lot of repairs coming in, but we can redirect corruption coming into us to random sentinels for 2 turns, and because they're hitting for 3, those random hits are guaranteed to take out our sentinels. Fortunately, can't do too much this turn, but we could draw into some answers. Alright, we do need to destroy someone for that, and that we can't make happen. So, we can opt for some better die here. Need more ways to destroy our own sentinels. Oh, I shouldn't have put light shield on myself. That's gonna make it so a sentinel only takes 1 damage here. Oh no! It still gets deflected. Alright, Radiant Bomb is gonna do it for us. Really fun fight. I like this type of build. Really cool to use the sentinels in this way. So, Artisan Assistant, this is Hevelius's specific sentinel. They come with a link that gives you Vorpal Plate, and as they get leveled up, they get a lot of links, which give you some really cool passives. I'll just hover over these. You can pause the video and check those out if you'd like. Here's the die for them. So they're all about the links, no real special die, even at max level. We'll go ahead and just skip. I kind of like what we have going on here. Yeah, I'm not really interested in these other 2. These ones are great too for going in on the sentinels, getting damage from them. Inventive could be good. We already have a really nice systematic repair. We could use that to then another one from our deck, or from our dice pool. And that way we don't have to deal with all of this, and we get guaranteed draws for the sentinels that we bring back to life. And guaranteed to bring them back. The charged body though, quite nice. This type of damage will add up over time, and it could be a good secondary win condition for the pool of dice that we're building up this day. We have here Artisan Staff. At the start of each battle, apply Infinity Boost to all Sentinels. Draw 1 fewer die per turn. Could be cool. Not sure about that. Draw 2 additional dice. At the start of each battle, apply 1 agony to a random enemy. It will make them get doom at the end of their turn, per agony that they have. And superposition, I don't like. This changes actions to be confused, where they could do purification or they could do corruption. It's 50-50. I think I'm just going to skip on these right now. Alright, let's see if we can upgrade a Sentinel. Instead, we can choose a new one for free. So, we have Discharge, Heal Bot on these guys here, and we have some draws with decent damage. And then the Replicate die, this could become anything with a 25% chance of it becoming an epic die, and it will change each turn every time it's drawn. So, Unknown Device, really cool Sentinel. And eventually that gets a high discharge. We get lots of draws from Dice Drive with a little bit of healing. And the one thing to think about here is that we're getting a free upgrade from a level 1 to level 2. I think we could switch out Lunar Refractor. I really love Autonomous Beacon for the Precision Die Face, and at max level it's a 50-50 of landing on a Precision Die Face, which is quite nice. Draws could be really good, especially when we're trying to fix up a hand that has a lot of repairs. I like the idea of the random chance here. Who knows what we're going to get. But we'll go with the Dice Drive and replace Lunar Refractor. The choices that you have to make in this game are really fantastic. There's so many ways that you can go about things, and I am not a mathematician. But if you're really into probability and the chances of things happening, so many unique options and choices to make. It's really cool. Can feel kind of overwhelming, but as long as you just kind of go in with the same strategies, in my opinion, as with other deck building or dice building games, you're gonna get fairly far. And planning out your turns, taking the time to really make sure you're making good decisions, I think you can get really far and have a great time. Interesting effect here, Area Affliction, but Affliction on all targets, and creatures with Affliction will receive X Corruption at the end of their turn. I would love to be able to destroy a Sentinel this turn, but unfortunately we can't. So we'll start out with some Charged Body. I think we'll try to blow up the Dice Drive more often, just to keep our beacon alive to get the Precision Die Face. This is interesting. Their Overcorrupt is to self-corrupt. So then they would just overcorrupt themselves more often? But I don't see what the point of that is. Interesting. Paralyze is not cool. We're going to draw fewer die. I would like to get rid of this person first. They do have Outbreak though, which gives them 2 Doom when they get to half health. And unfortunately I can't use those. I do love the UI of showing that when you hover over the end turn button, if you have things that you can still use, the game does try to notify you. And it does it in a really nice way. Alright, we can draw. Get some more Light Shield to put out. We do have Vial Repair to get more Radiant Bomb. I really wish we had our Unstable Scrapping here. So, let's do another roll here. We get a free 2 damage. We could use the AoE to destroy the dice drive, then use our reroll. But I don't want to destroy both of the sentinels now. I would rather get a reroll to bring them back. Let's use this on ourselves. We'll reroll here and here, try to get back on the AoE face, which is a low chance, but see how it goes. Alright, this is fantastic. So we can do some pretty big damage. So 5, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then if the charged body hits here, which it does, beautiful. Let's use their die, and when they get brought back to life, they're gonna roll again. Alright. Really great turn. Again, get some Radiant Bomb and close this right out. Just for fun. 19 damage to all targets. Not gonna lie, this is a fun build. Very different compared to the other characters. Apply barrier 1, or 1 barrier to all targets. Barrier blocks all corruption, then decreases barrier by 1. There are some enemies that will kind of go around that with Meteor, but really, really cool. Good for taking a strong hit. Just gonna skip here. Void Seek could be nice, but I think we're doing okay with draws. Refresh could be really strong. Applying Light Shield all over the place. And this is a... This is just Forge a single target Light Shield. Still very strong. Apply 2 barrier or 1 to any target. The Forge could be interesting. There are a lot of faces on our risky die that we've taken that we could try to change. And we have a few fights to get through still. Let's go ahead and take this, and we could even out our odds. Sure. Now, one thing that we're looking for is more ways to destroy. The Epic Shop, I don't think I want to go to. I'd rather get to the Sentinel Shop and start leveling up the Autonomous Beacon, so that way we can get more chances at the Precision Face. So I think here I'm going to duplicate, find some more ways to destroy our Sentinels, and really just take Star Shards. Alright, so we're gonna go with the safe die. This safe die is better than the balanced one in every way. But I guess this one is doing damage per purification that is lost, whereas this is just putting charged body on. And the damage could be quite useful, however we do have the kind of backup of playing around with charged body and light shield. So I'm going to go ahead and buff this up. We also have a blessing for playing safe die. Is that correct? yeah, whenever we play one, we generate even more light shield. Alright. It's the ugliest hand that we've had in quite a while. Alright, let's see if we can get some Radiant Bomb. Could lower this. I'm try to go for the Precision Face. Did not go all that well. So one thing that we'll do to start out here, I'm going to go for the enemy that has boost, more that we have to deal with. And this enemy only applies Shadow Mantle. Only when they overcorrupt will they do corruption to us, and we can deal with that fairly easy. So I'm going to destroy the beacon, bring them back, and try to hit the precision. Didn't hit, we tried. And we're gonna take 4. We're gonna get a Hex die into our dice pool and a Madness die. Alright. We did get the Precision Face, which is very nice. We have Vile Repair as an option. Gonna draw. Radiant Bomb. Big Radiant Bomb. Let's get that going. And pretty strong turn that we have here. Alright, we got the Precision Face. Bring back our Drive. And we got another draw. Could change this to a straight light shield. Instead of a 1-1. I kind of want to take this damage. I guess we'll put the light shield out here. That way they can't hurt themselves and get to the point of overcorruption. Oh, and I should have put that light shield on one of my sentinels, so that way I would do more damage from charged body. Alright, we get Redirect. Madness Surge, deal 1 corruption to a random target X times, where X is the amount of Hex die you have in your dice pool. So currently we have 4 of them. Not the greatest turn. Let's see what we can get done here. Could use a repair. Let's see what we do here. Nice, did get the repair. Alright. Really cool turn. I like this quite a bit. Since we're going to destroy it, go ahead and get some more purification. Blow you up, repair them all, draw a bunch of dice. And a whole lot of charged body. Then we can use that charged body to get strong. Goodbye, enemies. It was nice knowing you. Big damage. Actually, we'll go ahead and use these. We need to heal ourselves. Alright, not bad at all. Really strong turn. Get more charged body. I don't think we need it. Although it is turning out to be a good source of damage for us. I think we have enough generation. Really cool. Break a sentinel if you do draw 3 dice. Or purification to an enemy for each light shield you have. We've gotten kind of higher up on these numbers. And just the last fight, this could have done 24 damage just by itself. I like the guaranteed Radiant Bomb. Number is really low though. Scrapping's really cool. Shield Bash is pretty cool. I think we'll take some more Sentinel Destruction. We only have 2. We do have 3. The drawing is really nice though. I think we'll take this. We're doing consistent damage, and then later on if we see Shield Bash, we'll consider it then. Alright, so every 8 safe die we refresh virtues. We currently have 4. That'll be happening a decent amount of times. Hevelius specific static alternator. At the start of each battle, gain 1 charged body for each 2 safe die you have in your dice pool. So we can start out with a little bit of charged body. And I don't think we're going to get up to 30 die, so the Dice Smith helmet not very useful. And really you want to get up to like 35. So I do like the refresh. I like the charged body. It's only 2. And after we apply light shield, we're going down to 1. I don't know. I'm not sold. It's 2 damage. 3 extra damage per battle. I think we'll refresh the virtues every so often. So, an event. We can get a random non-skippable black hole blessing. I do not like that. I've had that turn out really good and really bad. Time to hit up the Sentinel shot. Alright, so let's go into the upgrades and start upgrading. So another 240 star shards, we can get our beacon to level 5. Currently this is the dice that it has. Already a lot stronger. We can destroy one of the dice in our pool. We could get rid of the minor purify. That way we'll be down to just the light shields, the revives and destroys, radiant bombs. I kind of like it. It's also the first time that I've completely removed a set of some of the starter dice. Do you like getting those free blessings? We have Disruptive Knuckles, Hevelius specific. Whenever you or a Sentinel deal corruption to an enemy, that enemy will deal 1 corruption to you 3 times. This could be really strong when you're using the Vorpal buff. Every time they'll deal corruption to you, you'll deal a lot of purification back to them. End of your turn, all enemies receive 2 purification for each die in hand. Currently we're using all of our die every turn, just about. There are some times where we have the revives or the repairs, and they're unable to be used, so this could be decent. Every 4 times you deal purification to enemies, you receive 1. Just okay. It's a passive buff, gives you a little free healing. Sometimes it could screw up lining things up or hitting the right values to manipulate your corruption meter. I think we'll just take the free 2. Let's head into this boss fight. Do the Corrupted Assembler. And away we go. So, I'm gonna get 4 damage right out the gate because we won't be able to use our repairs. Get some charged body, dish out some damage. I want to put the light shield on myself so that way I can have an option for doing damage with Virtue if I need to next turn. So if you haven't seen this boss yet, they spawn sentinels every turn. And you get up to 5 there. Go ahead and do that. Some of the sentinels can be a little tricky. This one in particular, the corrupted drive, going against the dice drive. This has a passive of paralyzing aura, so that's why we only drew 3 dice this turn. And that one I would like to get rid of. We can actually go this route, and I opted for that because I would like the charged body to hit on the boss, most likely. And we'll see if that indeed happens. Did not, that's okay. Could be risky. Hey, we lucked out. Get that Radiant Bomb. Now this boss does have Agony, which will increase its doom every turn, so it is best to focus on the boss. Here the boss has Thorns from the link on the Corrupted Sentinel, and then also Stunning Aura on this one, so we cannot reroll dice. But luckily, our dice hit in a great way. Really doesn't get much better than this. Oh, Doing negative field would be good. Don't necessarily need that. We will go ahead and take the charge body. Doing huge damage. Oh, that's gonna make it so I have to use this virtue again, actually. I guess we'll go with the redirect. Quite a bit of damage from charged body there. Another insane set of rolls. This enemy here makes it so that we cannot use our virtues, but we're going to take care of that basically immediately. We are drawing lots of die. And getting lots of Radiant Bomb. This is what we're talking about. This is as busted of a turn I've had so far in this game, just bar none. I kind of wish this turn was not about to end, but it is going to end. So the follow-up to this would be to destroy them. We would do 10 damage for destroying them, and then we would draw 4 dice and basically keep the party going. Really strong turn. That was super cool. And then here we have the level 2 dice drive, but I do like the option to draw. Safeguard doesn't really work for us as the bonus passive on these. And I do not care to have the links right now from the assistant. You can get another systematic repair. Discharge is okay. Healing we don't really need. We're about to skip the epic here. I suppose we can get the systematic repair and then get rid of that die. We have a Hevelius specific Black Hole Blessing. Whenever you apply a link to a sentinel, apply it to the other sentinel as well. At the start of each battle, apply 1 torment to all sentinels, which increases corruption received. This isn't too bad, except we're not applying links to sentinels right now, so it's not all that special. Draw 1 additional die per turn. At the start of each battle, gain 2 stunned, and you cannot reroll for those 2 turns. Obscure for 1 die. Wouldn't be too bad. We are going into the 3rd act. There's 1 or 2 fights that could be difficult, and the final boss, I think we'll just keep going the way we're going. This way we also have enough shards right out the gate if there is a sentinel shop, which there is, and we can upgrade our beacon to level 5. Very cool. 1 boost to all sentinels, so they will draw an extra die. Deal X to any target where X is the level of sentinels multiplied by 1. Really cool if it wasn't multiplied by 1. If we had a 2, this would be decent, because our sentinels are getting to higher levels now. Light shield on enemies, cool, but really only going to be cool against one of the final bosses. I do like the boosted army. This just gives us more chances to get the precision die face, really. Refresh on a scrap. I'll take that too. Now we do want to get to a thing to get rid of a die. Have our beacon at level 5 now. Beautiful. And I think it is on this fight that there is someone I do not believe we can deal with, so we'll go for the normal battle, just in case. I don't know if all of the fights in this area, Ground Zero, can have equal opportunity to roll the fight that I'm scared of, but for at least this one, we'll take the normal battle. We're gonna go ahead and put Radiant Bomb on our dice drive. That way when we bring him back to life, we have the option to draw a new die. And alright, so each one has a specific die that they roll. They all have obscure. This one has 8 overcorruption, 12 and 10. So they're gonna, I think, be the biggest problem. This one as well. Basically it comes down to the overcorruption. Now this would be a great battle as well, where the applying light shield to all enemies would be very useful. Alright. Well, we can go in order of health and do the best we can. We are doing big damage right out the gate, which is great. Getting some free charged body. To themselves. So hopefully we'll draw into more Radiant Bomb. And we're gonna get a free refresh when we play another safe die, which we have right now. I would like to get to the point to reroll. Unfortunately, we can't at the moment. We would have to use this on ourselves. But that could be very strong. We get a higher number there. Is it worth it? I'm saying yeah. Alright, could have been better. And worse. Was hoping for the precision face. This could be really bad. I think we have to heal ourselves, reroll. That is not the face we wanted. Then we reroll the face here. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Air corruption 8, 10, 12. I think they've taken 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be okay, I think. We did get lucky and the area confused. Ooh, look at that. So out the gate, actually let's wait here. This turn turned into a crazy turn. Yeah, so far this is the most fun I've had. Go ahead and get Radiant Bomb. We're gonna close out this fight. Insanity. Beautiful. Incorruptible to all targets. Power link. Psychic blow is interesting. Deals 12 purification to any target. Applies 1 torment to the same target, which will increase the corruption that they receive. A big damage or a big heal, but then you're going to take more damage, or for the enemies they will heal more. This heal bot is pretty strong if we were keeping our sentinels alive. Don't really care for any of this. Let's see. We could go to get a die destroyed. Be risky. Systematic repair. I think we'll just go that route. We can sacrifice a heart to upgrade a sentinel to the max level. So we can go from level 2 on the dice drive to level 5. So here's where we're at right now with 3 purification and 1 heal bot. Up to a lot of drawing with decent damage backing it up. They do have 1 more HP, but we have quite a lot of die faces to destroy our own sentinels. That is interesting. I'm gonna go for it. Thank you very much. Alright. I think I have a really great dice pool. We're getting some super strong turns. And there's not much else I really want to push for. More Star Blessing would be nice. But we're not getting that much more money for shops. We're just gonna go ahead, do the easier fight, and take this build to the boss. So this enemy has boost. Every 3 times we do purification to them, we are going to have them re-roll their die. So you can't really count on what they're showing out the gate. They're going to have a huge first turn. All right. Get some damage redirected. put some of that onto our dice drive. We're gonna get them destroyed, possibly, this turn. And there it goes. Huge damage. Oh, this die knocked over the precision die face, unfortunately. Alright, I would like to but we're gonna go this route. That was a mistake. I did not think about the redirect being on me there. Alright, so we made quite a blunder. And this might be the end of the run right there. Guess we'll go for the corrupt on them in order to attempt to keep ourselves alive. Alright, we can get back into the swing of things here in a big way. We're drawn to let's start here. Really poor luck, unfortunately. This doesn't do much for us, but we can fix that face just in case. No precision in the building. That only did one. Actually, a little confused as to why that only did one. I'm gonna take extra damage per corruption right now. This could do quite a lot. I think we'll go this route. But then we should be rolling into our systematic repair. Which we did roll into. And now we have quite a strong turn to play out. I would like to get more repairs. We have one already. Really missing out on the precision faces. I'm gonna go ahead and heal up. Really strong. And we are not getting lucky on the precision face. I would be loving to get more Radiant Bomb onto the field, but unfortunately, this is where we're at. Hey! have been blessed by the bomb. Go ahead and stack that up there for a nice 19. And we get more charged body, doing some big damage there, and that is going to close out this fight. It was looking grim for a moment, and that was on the easier fight. I feel like our dice pool is really good. Just kind of putting in more things that we already have at this point. Sparkling Repair. Repair a broken sentinel. If you do, apply 3 boost to that sentinel. That's pretty insane. That is really, really cool. So not only are you repairing them, but I'm assuming that the boost that you apply will work immediately, so that they will immediately roll multiple die. I'm taking this for science. I want to see that in action. That seems... Do not have that much money. Epic Shop is not going to do it for us. Pretty much nothing is. We'll just go ahead and choose some die to see what kind of options we are shown. Area damage, not interested in that. We already have that through Radiant Bomb. Repair all broken sentinels. Nifty. Let's take our star shards and go. More charged body. Big light shields. Yeah, I think we have a good dice pool. Go ahead and try our hand at the boss. Here I will recover a heart. We don't have 3, so we can't take another sacrifice, unfortunately. We'll just take as much of a chance as we can get against the 8-star. So this boss has infinite boost. Their overcorruption will deal 6 damage to us and then increase in damage by 1. So after they overcorrupt the first time, we are going to start taking really big damage. We'll like to draw a die, please. Not the greatest start, but we can take a little bit of damage and start re-rolling. See if we can get something better. Would like to see if we'll get the precision face, which we did get. And Radiant Bomb would be quite good. However, I do want to try out the sparkles. And that does work, so they get boost right away. That really increases the opportunity for us to have precision faces. Alright, have a slow start, but we have some Radiant Bomb building up. We have great chances at the precision faces. See how this battle goes. So the boss is applying to themselves Ruin. Ruin here at the start of its turn receives 6 corruption, that decreases Ruin by 1, and as they keep adding Ruin, that number will go up, and that will push their overcorruption gauge even further. Getting Light Shield is actually quite good. End up using a fair bit of that on the boss. And then this one here, you can apply Ruin to any target, so they will receive corruption at the start of their turn. In our case, we could just put that on our sentinels, especially ones with Radiant Bomb. I keep doing that, where I'm not paying attention to using negative field. let's go ahead and fix what I've done. Reroll their die. Really not doing well with getting the picks. I would have liked this clever scrapping there, so I could draw 3 more. And unfortunately, about all we're going to be able to do this round. But we do have another round to boost, more chances to get precision die bases. See how we do. Alright, we have the Vial Repair. Got some free charged body. Gonna draw 2, beautiful. And the Systematic Repair. Going to continue to put Ruin over on our dice drive. Really great turns here. More charged body with free damage. More dice to draw. This Ruin's only going on the enemy. I am not a fan of that. And I don't really need... Here, actually, let's just do this the smart way, I think. Make the purification. Or boost. Nice. Really strong turn. So I would like to get more damage onto the boss, but we are slowing down the progress of them charging up their overcorruption. And because we're keeping our beacon alive constantly, the auto turret is starting to ramp up in a great way as well. Pretty good roll. Can't complain. Gonna put 2 Ruin on everyone. Not the biggest fan of that. I think I would like to re-roll this. Be doing 3 corruption to me. I'm fine with that. Also, let's try to draw more dice. So Decay goes on an enemy at the start of its turn, increases its overcorruption by X. Alright, so after this next turn, they will overcorrupt and deal 6 corruption to me. Oh, they hit it this turn. So we have about 2 turns to close this out. We're gonna need some really big turns to make that happen. Start out by drawing a die. Nice, but we don't have a way to destroy one of our own currently. Can at least go here to reroll there. We'll draw 2 more. Get some charged body. And it gave us a nice 17 free damage. Beautiful. Also, on our next turn, we'll be able to refresh our virtues with the Cautious' card blessing. And if we get enough light shield applied to the boss, we'll be able to survive for 1 more turn. This is looking real bad. So, start here, get Radiant Bomb. Draw 3, deal 12. Unfortunately, we did not get a way to bring any of our Sentinels back to life. So I think the end of the road for us. This is only to negate the corruption we have to use, ruin we have to put out. That's the end of the road. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what we do at this point. They're gonna overcorrupt and deal enough damage to us that we cannot stop them. Oh, and that makes us use it again. Well, either way. We did what we could. We tried. Pretty good run. Almost took out the final boss. Had a couple rough turns there. Alright, so we gained 2050 in XP, go straight to level 3. And for level 3 on Hevelius, we get a new Star Blessing, Detonation Coil. Whenever you or a Sentinel deal corruption to an enemy, that enemy receives 4 purification for each corruption blocked. We have Black Hole Blessing. At the start of your turn, your light shield is decreased by half instead of being removed. Immediately sets your corruption meter to 6 corruption. Your corruption meter can't be filled with purification. At the start of each battle, gain 6 light shield. Very interesting. And a new Star Blessing, Bright Resonator. At the start of your turn, the enemy with the least corruption receives 2 purification for each light shield you have. That is pretty wild. Cool. Well, we got close. That's where we ended up today. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and we will go into the run history if you want to take a look at what the deck turned out to be. If you want to try something like that yourself or improve upon it, these are the dice that I picked up and the modifications that we made here. Added in some more light shield. Hope everyone has a great day, and we will see you next time. Take care.